Hello everyone, welcome to um Power Rangers live stream, I guess. That is what this is. That is what I put in the thumbnail and the title. So, um you see the title, the thumbnail, the whatever. Power Rangers Once and Always had or Power Rangers in general had its big 30th anniversary special on Wednesday, and I was like, "Hey, this was pretty cool," and I watched it like right as it came out, and I really enjoyed it, and I was like, I might as well talk about it. So I made that short review of it. So if you want like my very short but concise thoughts on the special, go watch that. But in this live stream, I'm just gonna talk and ramble all about the special because there's a lot. I mean, it's like an hour-long special, so there's a lot to talk about that you can't really fit into a minute-long thing. But I didn't feel like making a video, so I felt like let's just ramble it in a live stream or ramble about it in a live stream. But I didn't want to just talk about it by myself because I don't know how much I could talk about it with the movie or because it's not that long. So I invited my friend Keza Henshin to join. Hi, Keza.
Hi. You literally just called me as I was pouring a drink. Sorry.
I caught you
I
off
was like,
guard.
how?
I need to keep you on your toes.
I was like, you won't cut over to me so quickly. I'll
Unless...
take my time. Starts pouring. Yeah, Kaza Henshin. Ah!
Hi, Keza.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
Hi, Keza. What did you think of Once and Always, Keza?
I was gonna ask you that question.
Well, I asked you first.
Oh, god dang it. Okay. Yeah, definitely keeping me on my toes then. I really liked it. Like, I loved the references. I think that was what I took away the most from this movie. All the references and the excitement that you saw with each reference. And it was just a lot of fun.
Yes.
Which is, I think, and it's also a beautiful way to say goodbye to some characters who have obviously not been with us for a long time.
Yeah.
Like the actors especially. So I thought, oh, I won't say too much at the beginning, but there's one bit that I just cried for the longest time. But we'll talk about that like when it comes up.
I didn't. Yeah. Were you expecting to really like the special, like going into it? Like, how were you feeling before you watched it?
Honestly, I was unsure. Cause okay, this is just a bit of like YouTuber making YouTube videos. I made a video on the trailer and just it was like really quick. I was ill. I was just like, I'll do like a 5-minute video. Ended up being like 6 or something. And it was like the worst video I'd made in so long. Hi. For like views, I mean. So I was just like, oh, I'm so angry. Hello.
Hi, Marcus.
Marcus has joined.
Marcus, we're live, by the way, just to let you know.
No, wait, hold on.
Oh, bye. Okay, yeah, Marcus.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Marcus. Marcus, you joined us just on time. I was about to ask. Keza was just telling us what she thought of the special.
Hello.
And what she thought going in. Hello. Can you hear us, or are you just?
Hello.
Hello. We can hear you.
Hello.
Oh,
welcome to Thomas Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and Tokutubers alike.
Marcus, what did you think of Once and Always?
Keza, what did you think of Once and Always?
She already said it.
I already answered this question because I actually was here on time.
That's what I'm saying. No, he got here just in time because you finished and now it's his turn.
True. But you were asking me another question, but no, it's fine.
I mean, you said it pretty much, what you were thinking going into.
So, I watched it twice. Once was like when it came out at midnight, and I watched like 5 minutes, and I was like, "Oh, it's midnight. I should go to sleep." So I went to sleep.
So it didn't catch your eyes straight
She didn't
away,
really watch it.
No, that was.
Well,
Wow.
in the morning. But in the morning, once I woke up and I saw one spoiler on my timeline, I was like, "Oh yeah, I should probably watch this." So then I actually sat down, I got Netflix just for this, and I watched it, and I was like, wow,
Wait,
that was really good.
wait, sorry, you didn't have Netflix before this?
I don't associate myself with streaming services run by the bureaucracy of the American states.
No, the reason why I'm shocked at that, I'm like, oh, so it was for the Power Rangers you bought Netflix. Was it worth it? Is what I'm gonna ask you. Don't ask. I'm not gonna ask for any spoilers on anything, but like, was it worth it as like an overall reaction to the movie?
It was $8 for a month subscription, and now I have other like shows to watch. So yeah, I think it was worth it.
Now you can watch The
okay.
Flash.
Now you
I
can
hate
watch
The
like.
Flash though.
Oh my god, I have so many
okay.
shows that I can recommend to you now.
Oh no, guys, help! Help!
I am Robo Rita.
Oh my god, Robo Keza.
Robo Keza.
Oh no,
Robot chicken.
BLT 30 years after, and it's Robo Keza as the main character.
Oh my
I
goodness.
am free.
You have a new
Sorry.
body, blah blah blah.
Uh,
Well, basically, I didn't know too much about the special going in, but I only knew like a couple of things, and I thought, oh wow, it's Mighty Morphin. Oh boy, can't wait to watch Mighty Morphin again. And then when I actually watched it, I thought to myself, oh wow, if this is actually like what they want to do for anniversary specials going forward, like I'm down for it. That I loved it. I just love the more mature tone it took, while also still being Power Rangers, and it knew what it was, and I think that's the best way to put it. It knew what it was. It was a fun time. I loved it. I almost teared up at the end, which is how you know it was good.
Yeah.
And it was great. I loved it.
Let's go. I was
Like-
like,
So where
I wasn't.
oh my god.
Let's see. Like, I was actually kind of excited, like, going into it, because I mean, like, before the trailer, I was basically like, oh, I mean, I'll watch it. It'll be on Netflix. I have Netflix. Might as well. But then once the
do?
first trailer dropped, yes, I do. How else will I watch The Flash, Marcos? Once it dropped, or the first trailer dropped, like, a month before the special came out, which is really funny. Like, I actually got really hyped for it. I was like, wait, this is actually, like, it looked really cool. Or like, at least, okay, the one thing is, like, that shot of the Mighty Morphin Rangers with the explosion is, like, the
Oh,
coolest thing
yeah.
ever. I don't know, like,
Mhm.
what about it, but it's like, maybe it's the fact that, like, Tommy isn't even really in the special, but they still went out of their way to, like, we need to have the 6 Mighty Morphin Rangers for at least one shot is, like,
yeah.
really cool. So like that shot in the trailer and everything else in the trailer, I was like, okay, wait, I'm actually kind of into this. And then once it got to the day of the special, I was like, it dropped exactly at midnight for me. So I was like, just like waiting. Like I think at like 11:30 or something, I was just sitting there and I'm like, come on, can it be? I want to watch it. I went and got my popcorn. I was very excited for it. And then I watched it and I liked it. Yeah, I went to get popcorn. I was prepared. I was I was excited.
Can I finish my answer?
Yeah. Oh, did I cut
Because
you
I
off? I'm
realized
sorry.
where Marcus popped in, it sounds like I just hated the idea of this
I can't believe
special,
you
and that's
Keza.
not
you
the
hate
case.
Power Rangers, Keza.
That's
Yeah,
not the okay. That's not the case. Let
Okay,
me
okay,
stand
Keza.
up for myself.
Tell us why you hate Power Rangers.
Oh my god!
roar?
It's not the case. Fake news. Fake
Fake
news.
news.
Anyway, let me finish this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Explanation, so I don't become public enemy number 1. I was really excited for it. Actually, I saw the trailers and I was like, "This looks actually really, really good." I'm very excited. When I made that trailer, I was so excited. The one thing I was like, "Oh my gosh, what if they have a Bulk and Skull reference?"
Ooh.
That was like my only like prediction where I was like, "I want to see Bulk and Skull." That's it. Like, it's gonna
And
be
we
really
did.
emotional anyway. And we did. Oh my god, I watched it with Alpha King, which is another British Toku tuber / Toku fan, and I screamed when I saw that reference. I full on screamed, and I'm so sorry to him because he had to listen to me scream every single time a reference came out. But I made that trailer review being like, oh my god, then this is gonna happen. The video tanked, And I was like,
Mm.
oh,
No.
I can't talk about this on my channel anymore. So that's why I was like angry about Power Rangers. But I was still very excited. I was
So
still very excited. So.
You hate Power Rangers, Keza?
My God, yeah, that's it. I literally just explained myself.
I actually really liked the Broken Skull reference because they also had a little musical sting
Yes,
that
yes.
was like, yeah,
They
it was
played his
great. I
thing.
loved it.
That was, I know,
Mhm.
yeah. I really liked the Bulk and Skull thing. Like, it was really short, but I was like, oh, yeah.
To be honest, I think that's all they needed. They didn't have to have these big grand things. Like even with Adam and with Aisha, they were literally just like on a screen and then they appeared at the end. But like that was so good because they in that one clip we got so much more information about the world of where
That's
they were,
true.
who they were fighting against.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. Like I know I have heard a lot of people being like, "Oh my God, the CGI! Oh my God, is it for a kid or is it for adults?" And at the same time, I'm just like, I don't care. Like the fan. Sorry, I know I'm talking a lot. I'll be quick. But the fact
No,
that
keep
this
going.
movie was so good and it covered so much for new fans and old fans, for young and old, I just thought it was perfect.
Yes.
Anyway.
Actually, I did want to
Yes.
bring up when you brought up Adam and Aisha, and they're like not really in it
Yes.
that much. That
Mhm.
my big conspiracy theory with this movie is that I think there is like a Hasbro or Netflix mandate to keep it under an hour, because 55 minutes is
Really?
like a very, it feels like a weird kind of time slot. I mean, I guess
It's odd.
Simon
Yeah.
Simon has been saying that they kind of planned it out to just be like 2 episodes, or like the length of 2 episodes, but like it's mainly like the pacing for me feels really off at some points, like especially the beginning. Like I've seen a lot of people say it drags in the middle, but I feel like it's more of a fact the beginning really rushes, because it's like we get right into the action with Billy fighting Robo Rita, and then the Mighty Morphin Rangers are there, and then we play the theme song, and then they have a little fight, and then Billy did this, and then Trini gets killed, and then we cut to Min, and then 1 year later, and then we're at the cemetery, and then Robo Rita does this, and now we can get to the command
That's
center
so
and
true,
breathe for a
actually,
second. Like
yeah.
it really kind of, I don't want to say it rushes through, but it really like speeds through like that first little bit, and it's not really like it needed to last forever, but it's like it's very jarring. I felt how like, especially like they get to Min, and then they have like the Min accidentally finds out what happened to her mom, and then they cut to like a 1 year later thing, and then they cut, and now Zach and Min are somewhat fine, like at her house or something, and then they go to the cemetery, and bam, now we're back in another action scene. Like it felt like at least some of those scenes you could have just like extended by like maybe a minute or two, like kind of let the scene breathe a bit, like let us breathe in the fact like a year has passed, because I wasn't expecting that, so it kind of took me by surprise. I was like, oh, we're doing a 1 year cut, and then it was like, no, you don't get to acknowledge that at all, we have to get going. And like too at the end as well, like some of the fights felt oddly, they ended kind of strangely, like the Megazord fight, like it's the Megazord fight's kind of all right, but like they did you notice they like the finisher for it is just them stabbing it like with the sword once,
Yeah.
like backhanded, and then it explodes, and I was like, really, you're not gonna do like a whole Megazord finish, blah, like I don't, they didn't do anything really with
Yeah.
that, like it was just like poke, they just poked it, and then like
Can I? Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, can I point something out? When
Yes.
I watched the movie, it got to like the end, like Robo Rita had been stabbed by Billy and fell to the floor and shut off. And I went, is that it?
Yes, I was about to say
What?
that. I had the
Huh?
same thought. Like I was like it was so quick, and then they just go on to
Yeah.
the Megazord fight. I was like, really? That's it?
But then obviously they were keeping it. If people haven't seen it in chat, I'm sorry, this is full of spoilers.
Yeah, it's too
so
late. We
bear
already
with-
spoiled it.
It's too late. We spoiled the whole thing already. Surprise, surprise. Trini isn't in the movie.
Wow, Kaza.
Um,
Well, she is. She's
Wow,
in the beginning.
Kaza.
well, she's for most of it, she's not. But anyway,
Wow.
okay. I thought they referenced Trini really, really well in this movie, like all her memories. Anyway, but that's for later conversation. But like it was just before they revealed that Rita was still alive, and I went, this feels really weird. Like it felt like they got rid of Rita way too quickly, and as soon as I said that, Rita's eyes woke up, and I was like, I got it! I knew it! But I do understand what you mean about the rest of the actual fight. I think they had to have like a fight that could end quickly with the Megazord, so the fight with Rita would continue, if that makes sense. As you said, it felt like they went too quickly into each and every plot point.
Yeah.
And it could have been a lot longer. So I totally understand that. And I wanted to reference that Rita thing, because I think that might have been the reason they wanted to have that, like, oh, now that Rita's back, we could just get rid of all the others, because they're not needed anymore, I guess.
I had the exact same thought with the Rita thing. When she got stabbed, I was like, oh, that's it? You just gotta stab her? And then she came back, but then, like, they randomly... Or no, Zach is the one who finished her off, which I guess makes sense. But, like...
Zach's one bazooka sniper shot her point blank.
I have a, like, really small nitpick, though. I'm like, I wish they used the power cannon. Or the power blaster.
Oh, yeah.
The actual... What's the actual name? I think it's power blaster, right?
That would have been perfect.
Billy and Min were in the Megazord, I guess, but I don't know. I'm just like,
no, they were
I don't know.
at that point.
Were they? Okay, then yeah.
Jumped out. Yeah, the Scissored?
Snizzard.
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 The snake.
Okay. Yeah, he'd been stabbed and he exploded, and that was it for that character.
Okay.
They jumped down and then they power daggered and point blank shot Rita all together, because it was Min's daggers that stuck her to the wall.
Right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. Then yeah, I'm just like, I think someone actually asked Pookie, because he's just on Twitter all the time. Someone was like,
do you remember when Pookie
what about the
went,
power blaster?
I'm gonna go off Twitter?
So you can't say that.
Sorry.
He might be watching right now.
Hi.
Pookie.
Up to the UK.
Hi, Pookie.
Sorry.
He said, like, oh, we didn't want to make, like, a whole new prop or something. I'm like, you could have just, you could just glue the weapons together.
Yeah.
Sticky
that
tack
would have been
them?
a really...
I don't know, yeah.
Did they have that in Mighty Morphin? Did they have that?
Yeah.
Or was it only in Sentai that they had that?
No, it was in Mighty Morphin, the Power Blaster. I mean, the lightning figures can do it.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah.
And then everyone's talking if the weapons are going to be able to do it, too. So...
Nah, I think Zach's character needed the
morale boost.
Not the glory, but yeah, needed that revenge. For a person who, through the whole movie, was talking about how not to use revenge as a thing, as a force to fight, he's the one that says at the very end, "This is for Trini." Bang.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, of all the people that were gonna finish it off, I'm glad that, like, they kind of gave Billy and Zach, like, a moment to finish Robo Rita off, I guess. So that's kind of cool. But
just,
yeah.
Oh my god, can we talk about how? Oh my god, Billy, and the fact that he actually was the reason why
Robo Rita's
Trini.
Oh yeah. I didn't think they would do that at all. I did for a second, like when the movie just started, like in the middle of Robo Rita coming back, I was like, oh, maybe they'll explain it or something. And then they're like, oh yeah, Billy accidentally killed an alpha and made a Robo Rita. I was like, oh no. Rip Alpha 8.
To be honest, yeah, I was confused with what they were going for at the beginning when they were like, when Min was like, it's your fault that Robo Rita killed my mom, and I was like, no, it's not. I mean, Trini jumped in the way.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were doing.
And then they had the reveal, and you were like, oh, actually, Billy fucked up. Sorry, Billy messed up here quite badly. And it was that line he says at the very end, like, you've said everything that I've already told myself 100 times, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, that kind of hit different.
Yeah, and now I was just like, oh wait, actually, oh shoot.
Oh no.
Sorry, Billy.
My bad, bro.
I feel bad now. But I'm gonna have a look at chat really quickly.
Hi, chat.
I was thinking when it came to the pacing, I hear everybody talk about that, but to me, it's very tokusatsu, the pacing. Like I can bring up so many Sentai movies. I was specifically thinking like the Ninja Zoojer and all those on that era where a lot of the stuff
Mm,
just went by really fast, like
That's
with
true.
little explanation. And here
yeah.
it did feel that way too. It did feel like a Power Ranger, just any other Power Rangers episode where there's a conflict, they figure out the answer really fast, they have a fight at the end, and that's it. Just in 55
Ooh.
minutes instead.
That's true.
And so the pacing
Yeah.
that didn't really bother me. I guess I get what people are saying, but I'm so used to Tokusatsu that it didn't feel any different to me.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
for the list of like issues I had, if I had any, that was so far down in the list. Like, it
Yeah,
was
okay.
something I was
for
just like,
sure.
oh, interesting. I could have probably done it with a bit more, but it wasn't like my main issue. I was just like, I don't really care about the pacing of this. I enjoyed it as it was. I keep on seeing so many people hating on it on Twitter, and I'm just like,
You
um,
should fight them.
it's not that bad. What are you guys talking about? I mean, everyone has their own opinions. I'm not gonna be
Proof.
a
Proof.
Proof?
point.
Proof?
What?
Proof.
Everyone
Proof?
has their own opinions. Literally
Keza.
every person in chat, literally
That's so
every person
mean.
on Twitter, literally.
What if
What do you
someone
mean?
doesn't have an opinion?
Yeah, Keza. You gotta be.
Wow,
Then they're a
Keza.
sheep. Then
That's
they're a
so
sheep.
mean. What?
No, because
Uh,
okay, the phrase "being a sheep" is when you have no opinion of your own and you just follow everybody else's opinions because
Let's
that's
move on.
what
Let's move on.
following is.
It's funny. You guys are saying
Hi,
that
Keza.
the pacing's probably my biggest issue, but in the sense that like that's kind of like everything else I enjoyed, except maybe not the Megazord fight. But everything else like I didn't really have a problem with. That's like the one thing that stuck out to me. I'm like, oh, this. But it, like only in the beginning, like as it went on, I'm like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. And then we get to the thing where the Megazord pokes the Snizzard and then it explodes. And I'm like, But that's not. I don't know if
was
that's a
one of the-
pacing thing. I think it's just like that's where I'm like, I feel like there's a mandate here. Like they couldn't add like a minute long Megazord takes a swing at Snizzard sequence because they had to keep it under an hour. Like that's
Yeah.
what I'm like conspiracy
I
conspiracy
mean,
theorizing.
another minute in that fight wouldn't have stacked up too much. But I guess if he kept on saying, "Oh, a minute here, a minute there," it would have stacked up eventually.
Yeah. So
Can we also just talk about how not how annoying Min was, but how mouthy she was?
what do you
Min
mean
was just
about
const. No, like mouthy as in like she always had something to say. Like she was always so argumentative, and I was just like, every
Well-
single time. But also how mean Rita was.
Oh yeah.
Like some of her quips, and I was just like, you can't
Dude.
say that.
The way
Like,
some
it was
people
one
were
of them-
saying like, or list the one you're gonna say.
No, the one that sticks with me is when she's just like, "Oh, does being squashed like a bug run in the family?" And I
Oh
was just
my-
like,
Jeez.
I know, like all her quips were like the fact she killed Trini, and I saw people joking like it's funny. She died, or Rita died. She came back after
Yeah.
30
She did.
years. The first thing she does is kill someone, and she's like, "This is the greatest thing ever." I mean, in her 30-year like existence, that is technically like the most she's done.
True.
She killed a ranger. Like, I mean, not many other villains can say they killed a ranger. So, you know, I
Mhm.
guess.
Well, actually, Thomas, did you know that in Power Rangers RPM, the previous Rangers were actually killed by Venjix?
Marcos, I said not many other villains. I didn't say she's the
There's still
only
one that
villain.
have.
I s- Marcos, did you know that I don't really care? I'm kidding. I'm
What do you
kidding.
mean?
I'm kidding. I don't know. I like RPM.
No, you don't.
I do.
I
I've
like
seen it
RPM.
all.
Proof?
I
Alright, I'll show
prefer
proof later.
Goandra, but
I haven't seen Go Under.
that's just my personal. What?
That's stinky.
Everyone has their personal opinions.
I mean-
is all I'm gonna say.
Hello, Go
Proof.
On Red, watching this video. I have seen Go Under, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Right. Funny enough, Go on Red was actually my favorite character in that.
now
And
he
like,
follows
there's
you
a
on
bit
Twitter.
where I, huh?
Now he follows you on Twitter.
He does follow me on Twitter.
He follows you on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
He does follow me on Twitter.
He follows Thomas on Twitter too.
He does follow me on
Does he
Twitter.
follow you, Marcos?
I think he
He
does.
he does, and he tags me every other day.
I don't get tagged anymore, so I won't say
Good, I
anything.
took it from you.
Chat, he's bullying me.
What?
Speaking of Go Onger, what did you guys think of the Lightning Collection cameos in the special?
It sure made me want to go to my Walmart and buy one.
Oh, it didn't make
In
me wanna go
the
buy one.
the fan stream, you mean?
No, the ones in the special. The captured
Oh,
Rangers
I
are
see,
Lightning
okay.
figures, except for the MMPRs aren't for some reason. They're like little statuettes, and then all the other characters are Lightning Collection figures, which is funny.
Have you seen that? They're not including the face of Jason.
Keza, I'm so upset about that because I want all of the Tommy figures now because of JDS passing, and I liked Tommy, so I was like, I had a Draken, so I was like, I need to start getting the others, so I got a Dino Thunder Black pre-ordered, and I'm like, with this remastered green, I can get a green, and then it doesn't come with the shield, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, because it's on the.
I get what they're doing here. They're releasing like Armored Red and the shieldless green with the candle because it happened. And I'm like, no, so I had to buy both. I already have MMPR Red. I'm perfectly fine with it, but I had to buy red and green just so I can make green with the shield, and now I'm just gonna have 2 reds.
I'll
so
take it
upset
off
about
your
this.
hands, I guess.
Me too.
You would just end up with none because we've taken both.
Yeah, now you're taking both. I can't. And then people are like, well, some people don't have Armored Red, and it's referencing the green candle episode. I'm like, I don't just like the green shield's already removable. So release green with the shield, and if you really want Armored Red, guess what? You can take the shield off and put it on red. If you already have red, you can put the shield on red. But if you don't have red, guess what? They are re-releasing it, and you can buy that one, and you can put the shield on that one. But no, I have to buy both. I'm very upset. I'm glad you brought that up, because I've been meaning to rant about that like all week.
I got my first Lightning Collection at the convention I was just at like a couple weeks ago, which actually made me ill. So that was fun.
Was it the Lightning Collection figure that made you ill?
No,
That quality
it was
controls.
just the whole convention.
The quality control's really gone out of hand. Now it's getting people sick.
I know, really. But like, there was only 4. Like in this whole convention, it's not Power Ranger or like stuff like that. It's like it was a gaming convention. So I wasn't expecting a lot, but there was 4 Lightning Collections that were pre-owned, and you could tell they were pre-owned. The packaging was actually really badly kept. But I got a Dino Charge Red. Because the others were, it was like there was a Black Ranger. I can't remember who it was. I should have taken a picture of it for references. But I now have Dino Charge Red, which is fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend it's Kingu from Kyoryuger.
Wow, not a Dino Charge person.
How dare you?
I was okay. I'll say this really quickly so we could go back to Power Rangers. I was really excited about Dino Charge because the original was my favorite for a long time, like throughout Sentai. And then I was like kind of disappointed with some of it, and I was like, oh, okay, it's not what it like the original is, but like I shouldn't really compare them. Hence why I bought it, hoping it was pretending it's gonna be Kingu. So
How dare you?
Yeah.
Did you guys like
What do you mean, how dare I?
the Kyoryuger reference in the special?
There was a Kyoryuger
No.
reference? Wait, what?
No.
I was so excited as well. I was just like, wait, what?
Well,
How did I miss it? Wait, what?
those the Rangers that the Mighty Morphin characters turn into actually all appeared in the Kyoryuger versus Go Busters All Dinosaur Battle.
Right, that's the reference.
Okay.
Talking about that, actually, one thing I was really happy that we got the Bandora reference.
Oh no.
as a
Oh no.
Sentai reference. Huh? Wait, why did you say oh no?
I don't know why you said oh no. Because you said Bandora.
Because it's Kaza Henshin.
Oh,
Wh-
dang.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna ignore what you said.
I'm gonna
I was
ignore
really
him.
glad that we got that Sentai reference with the Bandora Palace and Bandora Protocol. But when they were like, oh, there's Power Rangers all over the world, and they send all the Power Rangers everywhere to deal with the with the
Putties.
monsters and such, with the putties. Thank you. But I wanted, for some reason, I wanted to see them fight. I know
wanted
there
to
would have
see
been a
them
lot
too.
more suits. Yeah, but it just like just random locations, like maybe I don't know, one in Japan. That would have been a reference enough for like Sentai specifically, and one somewhere else, and just have like one ranger fight a couple putties. Like that would have been good reference, just so you had like a couple nods to different shows. But like I guess they had to keep it only to the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger suits, which I thought was a shame. But at the same time, we got so many more other references, so I can't really complain that much.
Yeah.
I
The
agree
morphine
with
was
like
kinda
the like the way it happens in the special is just like Alpha's like, oh, we have to Power Rangers around the world. We need your help. Frida's back. Fight putties. And then like we just see the Mighty Morphins. And then they realize they're being tracked with like the morphine energy, and they're like power down. And Alpha's like, Power Rangers across the world, stop morphine. And then we cut, and Rita has like 10 of them already, and it's like, wait, did they not listen?
Yeah.
Or like,
Who else was
what
collecting these
happened
other
here?
rangers? Yeah.
And like also too, like again, not to brag, but this leads into my conspiracy theory again that the special had to be cut into an hour, because it's like, could they have not shown like other footage of Rangers because they had to stick everything under an hour? Like, could they not have a minute of here's the only for some reason I keep thinking of Beast Morphers Gold. Like he's in it. I think he's one of the captured ones, but like that's the only one I can think of, and I don't even like him or Beast Morphers that much. But that's like the only one I can think of.
Beast Morphers Red is in there.
They got red. I think they
Zeo.
got red, blue, and gold. So that half of that team got wiped out. It's really
Oh
funny.
gosh, yeah.
And then,
They also had
Zeo
like
Yellow.
Zeo. Yeah.
Phantom, Dino Thunder, red and white. Lunar. They had the Lunar Wolf Ranger, who was apparently one of the incorrect variants.
Wait, what?
There's like 5 variants of the Lunar Wolf Ranger because it was like incorrect at first. So like it has the version they have in the special apparently has like white boots and 5 stripes, but the actual suit of the Lunar Wolf Ranger has silver boots and 6 stripes because he's the 6th Ranger.
Well, maybe 30 years, or however many years on, like 20 years on, he's changed his style. Maybe, I don't know.
One of the Wild Force Rangers retired, so he got moved up. It's like when
honestly,
SPD changes, they change.
Yeah, they all just, it's like a line.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the song? 4 in the bed, and the little one said, I'm gonna leave now. And they all move up one.
What?
I've never heard of this. Is this a British
thing?
Yeah,
and the little one said,
it's a British thing.
It's a British thing.
And they all roll over, and one fell out. Have you really not heard that song?
I've never heard of this.
No.
Gosh, I feel so British all of a sudden. Talking about feeling British though, like with this video I made, I did it with another British Tokutuber, and it was so funny because he was saying such British slang, and I was just like, wow, I don't feel British at all. compared to Tanash, I don't feel British enough. So I thought it was really funny.
Where on the British?
British.
Where on the British ranking do you fall, in your opinion? Then, like, are you on the lower end, or are you like more British than average, or something? Or are you just like average, right amount of British?
I find myself tipping over to the very lacking of Englishness, if that makes sense, because I was born in Iceland, so my original accent was Icelandic with a hint of British. Then I moved to England, and I was in the Midlands, so I was a bit more Brummy. Then I've moved south, so my accent was like Midlands. Then it went to Southern, which is like a lot more posh. So I would usually say I want a glass instead of I want a glass. Now I say I want a glass, and now I talk to Americans every other day. So my accent's completely messed up. I was going to swear again, I apologize. But my accent's completely messed up. So I was listening back to some of the footage in that recording, and Tanash is so British, and I'm just like, I sound more American. There's some words I say, and it has an American twang now, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
How?
We're
You guys have
converting you.
ruined me.
I'm sorry.
I'm not British enough anymore.
Is it bad? I thought Kat was British for a second. I've
Huh?
never in the special.
Oh.
I've actually
Definitely American.
I don't think I've seen any episodes Kat was in. So of like the original season or Zio or whatever. So I don't think I've ever heard her talk. So I heard her talk for the first time in this, and I was like, what accent is that? And then it was Australian. But I for a second I was like, wait, I don't think I've ever heard her speak.
Completely wrong.
It's like, what's happening? I haven't, fake fan, I haven't actually seen that much of Mighty Morphin, and let alone all the others.
The later episodes with Catherine and with Rocky, I haven't seen many of either. So it was nice to see them more. I've actually met Steve. I've met Rocky.
Are you taller than him?
No, oh my god, I actually have a picture. I've sent to you guys before.
You
I don't
have?
remember it.
Okay, never mind. I probably haven't. Let me find my phone and I'll send it you. But it was at
Why-
Comic-Con last year, and he charged so much for a selfie. Where I was literally like, oh my god, okay, this is probably the last time I'll ever get to see him, so I might as well just pay it. And it was like £30 to £40 for a selfie. But he lives in London.
Oh,
London.
Yeah, he
Does he
lives
have-
in London.
does he have an accent?
Poor guy.
He's still American. You heard him in the video, in the movie.
I don't. That's why I'm
He-
curious. Like, if he's been living there, like, well, you said you're taking on American accents, so I'm wondering if he's taking on British accents.
I don't know, maybe. I think he's still pretty American, I'm not gonna lie.
He sounds American in the special. That one line where it's like, "You want to fight? You found one."
You wanna
I'm
fight?
like, I don't know. The delivery of that.
Same
was pretty
red.
fun. There's like-
Same powers.
There's one shot I saw someone post where like Kat starts talking, and he's like center frame, Rocky, and he like goes to turn to look at her, but he like goes to turn to like his left, and I think if like he looked at her that way, like his back would have been to the camera, so he like does a 360 and turns the other way, and I'm pretty sure that was like the actor like just did a slight goof, like he had to turn the other way so they could see him. But it just comes off really funny, like it seems very in character for Rocky. Like, oh, let me do this
They would just turn
360
all the
so
way
I can
around.
look at Kat. Like, I thought it was really.
This
funny.
poor guy and his noodles as well, like.
I can't believe Alpha really did him like that. They threw away his
I know.
food.
Terrible.
Honestly,
terrible.
I would have been very upset if I was Rocky and I
I
don't
have
say the
seen
world
this.
to come back. I'm gonna eat my noodles and it's all gone because the little robot Scrimblow threw it out.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have turned him
look
into
in media.
Robo-Zed. Media?
media.
To the chat who can't see this, I do want to
is taller.
confirm that Keza is taller than Steve.
I am not. I'm tiny. I'm like 4'3", 4'2".
Keza is towering over
No, five.
Rocky
5'3".
right now.
Did you
I
see
am
the,
not. This is
Really?
fake news.
Did you
Put
see
this
he
picture on
dressed up
stream.
for that? No, I'm not putting it on stream. It's too late, everyone.
Wow.
Just
Put me on
drag
stream.
it on and delete it.
You are on stream.
Like
There was,
my video on stream.
When they had that live meeting thing for the Once and Always, and Rocky was there, he's like the only one who dressed up, and it's really funny. He's like in a full suit and tie.
Ah,
That's
I'm
hot.
so sad that like there's nothing like that in the UK. I know I keep on talking about England, but like it's so sad that
Keza,
like
you live
you
in the
guys
UK.
had the net. It's so annoying that you guys had like the Netflix event, like 2 or 3 of them for this, and we're like, we want to have a Netflix event for this. We want to see them too.
Does
Oh
Netflix
well.
exist in the UK?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
Where do you think we are? Oh yeah.
Reminds me, I think in Japan, like, you couldn't watch this special. It's like
Really?
really funny.
What?
They're
Oh my
like,
god, imagine.
this is not a Ranger. Get this out of here. This is I don't do this.
Did you guys see? There was like this video of a guy who went to Japan and showed like Japanese people Power Rangers, and one of them was like, "Why are Americans such big fans of Ranger?"
Yes, it's like I think about that all the time. Like they look at us and they're like, why are they making 3 versions of Ranger? Why is there this Bandora? This is a really high quality figure of Bandora, which I wonder why. But also it makes me really like the other thing that I really think is funny is just some like huge Ranger fan in Japan, and they buy all the mmpr merch because it's all just Ranger to them, and they're living in the moment. They're like, oh, a big articulated Daijujin, I need to buy that. They're like, oh, a 3rd version of Tyranno Ranger. They're buying all the power weapons because they love the Ranger power weapons. Like, they are people in America are like, oh, another MMPR Red. That guy in Japan, he's living his best life. He's like, oh, I've got so many Tyranno Rangers. Thank you. Thank you, Hasbro.
Also, to the person who's talking about the coronation, a lot of Britons aren't very excited for. Well, we don't really care. Most of the Britons don't really care.
Were you more excited for Once and Always than the coronation?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I think
gauging that.
we're actually busy on the coronation day.
Wow.
I'm not even gonna be watching the coronation. I'm flying for a Edinburgh Fringe show and a Brighton Fringe show, so I'm not even gonna be like celebrating it. Anyway, were there any other questions you wanted to ask about, like?
What did you think of the updated effects for the morph and the stuff and the that and the this?
I saw some people in chat saying that it looked weird, but I thought it was really pretty. Like,
I really
the
liked
CGI.
It.
Oh my god, it's a Don Brothers thing. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
You know how in Don Brothers, Kiji brother and Tsubasa, Kiji brother and Inu brother, yeah, were like animated really, really poorly, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the CGI of the slicing of the glow up sword and the actual like effects of everything else was spectacular, like absolutely just beautiful. I feel like this is the same here. Where like the effects were beautiful, like the new call outs were like really, really beautiful. The ways that they teleported away was really, really cool. And then the CGI of the mecha fight was a bit ooh. But to be honest, it didn't really bother me, that mecha fight. Like, it's funny to me.
It's interesting too, because I've seen a couple of people talking about this, where like visually, like if you pause a frame of the Megazord fight, it actually, like, it looks really good. Like they really put like all the budget into like the fidelity and like the realism of Snizzard and the Megazord, whereas like in Dawn Brothers, like they kind of put more effort into that, at least with Dawn Brothers. Like the Kiji brother and Inu brothers like models have like little creases, like the clothes of the suit, but then like if you pause it, they still look weird because the lighting's off and stuff. But then they used mocap in Dawn Brothers, so they kind of move more. Oh, well, they move like a person because they're literally using a person's data to track the Kiji brother movement. But in this, I don't care what Pookie says. I'm pretty sure there was no like performance capture used, because that, like, at least for the Megazord, because the way it moved was very stiff and like wooden.
I
like it didn't move like a person. So
that's very, not true, actually.
Very weird. Like I just thought it was interesting. Like if you pause a frame of that fight, like it looks good because they put like a lot into like the reflections and stuff. But then if you play, then you're like, oh, what's happening here? It's not moving like a person anymore. And like, actually, also like the model, the arms feel really short to you guys, or is that just me?
I'm
He had like he had really stumpy arms. I feel I don't like
Yeah.
apparently
Stumpy
they
arms?
got fed like a model from Hasbro and they used that, and I'm like, Hasbro, there's something going on here, because they like people will say they used the Zap Megazord, but that has well proportioned arms. This the arms of this thing were really stumpy. It was really short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was weird. That also like
Yeah.
threw me off with the mecha fight. I'm like, wait, those arms
Yeah.
are not right. But I really liked how they recreated the like the whole sequence with the Zords and
the
stuff.
puppets of the Zords, yes.
Like that, yeah, that was like recreating all that in CG. Like that really worked. Like again, like when they're just like little animals moving around, or they're copying like the composed like footage
yeah.
of the Megazord standing up and stuff. Like it looks really good. It's once it starts moving again that it's like, wait, that's not. I don't think that's right.
It's not human.
Which is weird. I think they said
Yeah.
they based it off like a real fight. Like they choreographed a real fight, and then they translated that to here. But I assume then they didn't like do performance capture to like actually copy the movements. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys? One other thing actually that I just remembered that like
Yeah.
this isn't really like an issue. Yeah, it's not like an issue with the special, but it's like one thing that I don't know. I don't know how I put this, but it's like there's nothing in it that really surprised me. Like it was, it's not like the trailer spoiled everything, but it's not like there was anything in it that was really like, whoa, I wasn't expecting this. Like everyone figured Min was going to become the Yellow Ranger. Everyone knew Rita was going to be defeated. Everyone knew her plan was to go back in time and this and that. Like it basically delivered everything you were expecting it to. So in that sense, I enjoyed it for that. But I kind of like after it, I wish there was just like some extra kick to it. That's like, whoa. Like I think the main thing is that I saw some speculation was like with the time portal. Like if there was some, I don't care if the explanation like made no sense, but I think it would have been really cool if they found some way that the Rangers all got sucked into the time portal for like a second, and then they met Zordon. Like they talked to the Zordon of 30 years past, and he's just like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And like just like a brief dialogue with all of them, and then they get sucked back to the future and stuff. Like, hey, the movie. I just think like something like that would have been really neat. Just like give us like, I don't know, some kind of
that little reference,
extra, yeah. Because like, I mean, there were like little things like they didn't show the morph in the trailer, so it was cool to see. They didn't explain how Rita's face got chopped in half, so that was cool to see. Like there were little things that they didn't explain in the trailer. Like we didn't really see the Megazord fight at all. We just knew it was happening. So it's like there's a little stuff where it's like, yeah, that was cool to see in the movie, but there was nothing that was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that in the movie. So
to be honest, the only thing that was like that for me was seeing the Balkan skull sign.
Right.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
I hoped that they would do it, but there was like there was nothing from them on social media that was to say, oh, we referenced them or they are on set. I wonder why. It was nothing like that. So they just weren't referenced in social media, and I was just like, oh, that's a shame. Like it would be nice to see it, but probably won't happen.
Yeah, like,
and then when I saw it, I as I said before, I full on screamed because I was just like, oh my god, I did it! I asked for this. So that was the only thing I was really like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, that was like another one of the things where it's like, it wasn't in the trailers. I guess that's like the one big surprise, I guess. But like again, it was like a 2-second like cameo.
Yeah, it was a 2-second reference.
Vulcan skull. Okay, let's move on. That's really cool.
Yeah, literally.
Well, moving back to the special, I thought there's something else too that I was going to say, like on that similar note. Oh, like Rita coming from Alpha 8, like that wasn't in the trailers at all. Like there was no indication of where Robo Rita came from, and like even the crack on like the Zordon tube, everyone thought that was like the Andros slash, and they just brought the tube back to the new command center. And in the specials, like, no, that's Rita breaking out of the energy or whatever, and then possessing Alpha 8. That's like the biggest surprise of the special. I felt
Alpha
like it was
8.
like, oh my god, yes, justice for Alpha 8.
Justice for Alpha 8. That was
Damn.
actually, now that I think about it, that was a moment where it really sunk in that something bad was happening, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, oh
Like,
no.
it actually felt like there was stakes at that point, because it wasn't like she came back through other means. It was literally Billy's fault that Rita even it came back. Like, if Billy had just accepted that Zordon had gone,
Yeah.
then it wouldn't have been so bad. Like, he would have been able to have closure in a way. But the fact that he was so smart that he actually worked out a way to bring something out was like really, really clever. But then also it kind of sunk in how bad the situation was. So
It also kind of establishes that like Z-Wave monsters could come back, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I guess this explains. Well, I was gonna say, I guess this explains how Zed came back in Dino Fury, but they did explain that, and I don't really like the explanation, anyways. So, do you
I'm
think?
just waiting for JJ Oliver's debut.
That's me.
That is true.
That's me. They're gonna cast me as JJ.
Oh my god, that's so crazy!
I know.
Yo, and Marcos, how's the Kamen Rider Geats appearance happening? How's that going?
I'll tell you guys after this.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Just imagine.
Do you guys think in Cosmic Fury now that Billy's gonna revive Zordon?
Ooh.
Because like I don't know, they've kind of set that up. I guess I don't know.
Oh,
and he's
yeah,
allegedly
I wouldn't
appearing.
want that to happen.
Yeah, I don't know if I want it. Like I wanted them to talk to Zordon by going to the past. I don't really need Zordon to come back to life.
yeah, I think I was watching someone's video. I think it was Black Nerd comedy.
It was mine.
It was Marcus.
It wasn't your video. It wasn't your video. Trust me.
It was mine.
But I looked at a video and they said it felt like they were setting up Trini's daughter, Min, as for other things as well. Like it felt weird that they'd just introduce this whole new character just to not use her again. So like they were like, oh,
That's
it'd be
true.
cool if they went into Cosmic Fury. Sorry, the
It is
into the
Cosmic
next
Fury.
bit of Cosmic Fury, or in some way, or they do bring back like a young. I think someone else said on Twitter like a young heroes thing would be cool, because they reference
Yeah.
JJ Oliver a lot.
Yeah,
as well.
Kat was like JJ.
JJ.
Do
I
you
want to get back to
think-
JJ. I'll do
do you
this for JJ.
Do you think JJ knows his parents are Rangers? Because Min didn't know.
Ooh.
But
I mean,
both of his parents are Rangers.
Catherine
I knew.
literally said I had to come up with an excuse to go to the toilet to teleport. So I don't think.
Did you think she's still in the toilet the whole time then?
Oh my god, they're like, oh my god, Catherine,
Is she
where have you
okay?
been? You okay there? Silence. Oh my god.
Because
Catherine,
there's
no.
also that one thing where she says like, I'm not even gonna tell JJ what happened to his dad. It's like,
Yeah.
is it because if you're like your dad, the Green Ranger, was captured, he's like, oh, dad again getting captured as the Green Ranger, or something like is it like I'm not even gonna tell him that his dad's gone, or I'm not gonna tell him his Green Ranger's off doing, like, I don't know, it's kind of interesting.
That's also something I wanted to ask, actually. What do you think the other Rangers are doing right now? Like, okay, when I say that, I mean they were taken on the ship with Aisha and Adam, taken back to, what was the planet they were going to?
I don't remember. What are the planets they said? Something from
Yeah.
SPD.
Myrna, I think.
No, it's not SPD. It's
No.
literally the
Oh.
aliens. Space aliens,
Galaxy?
water...
Aquatar.
Oh,
Aquitar.
it was
They're
Aquitar.
taking them back to Aquitar to heal them. But they were like, once they're back to normal size, I'm like, are they still tiny? Are they like untransformed? They're like tiny, like walking around on those
Like-
on tabletops, just so tiny.
They don't have the snakes
like-
anymore. They're just like,
They don't have snakes anymore, but they said that we have to wait for them to become normal size. But they're like healing. So I'm just like, are they untransformed and they're just really, really tiny? I don't know why. That's what that means to me, is they're just walking around, but they're like miniature.
Tiny Tommy. See, I
Like
But-
how Rocky is already small compared to Kaza.
Oh my god, this is not.
That's true. That's a
These
good
are
point. That's a good
facts.
point.
Please just drag the picture onto your streams, just so people know that I am small. I am not
What
just
picture?
tall.
There's no picture.
There is a picture.
What picture?
What picture?
When we go to AX, there will be a picture just to show you how small. Wait, how tall are you, Marcos? Actually, or you're not gonna tell me on stream? You can
I don't
message
say
me.
my height.
Well, we're gonna find out.
For everyone curious on stream, Marcos is 6 feet. Anyways,
He a tall boy.
do you think it's I didn't learn this from the special, but I always, every time Kat's on screen, I have to think about how the fact the actress's name is also Catherine. They just
yes.
they changed the letter. And they're like, it's good enough. We did it.
That's good enough.
She could get into character very easily, I guess, because someone calls her real name and she's like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you know that she has a
Yes.
YouTube channel?
she does. What's it
Yeah,
called?
Catherine with a K.
That's just what it's called.
No. That. I thought you were gonna be like, "Hey, Catherine from the show has a YouTube channel," but I meant like the actress. Let me see
Yeah,
if I can
what's
find
it?
it.
Let's find it.
I literally just
Power
subscribed
Rangers
to it.
playback.
Yes,
All right.
but it's her playing with Naki, which
Yeah.
is Nakia, sorry, which is one of the other Rangers, I think.
Tanya
Yeah.
should ask for a collab. I think.
They streamed 2 days ago talking about Once and Always. Ah, that's cool.
She's like, guys, fun fact, I am actually in this movie. You're in this special. Is it a movie? Simon-
Really?
Pookie was like, it's not a movie, but it's a movie, right? I don't know.
It's a movie.
I go like back and forth, like special movie. It's basically, I know
Movie
it's under an
special.
hour, but it's like basically a movie.
Yeah. Rocky was
Yeah.
eating his lunch. Rocky was eating his
Rocky
lunch.
was eating his
Justice
lunch.
for the noodles.
And at the end, he's like, "Can we go eat something?" Like,
He
people
threw
were
out my
joking. Like
noodles.
the whole time, he's like, "I'm really hungry, but I don't want to say anything because everyone's gonna be like, oh, Rocky, you just want to go eat food, huh? The world's ending." It's like, no,
I'd be hungry.
I'm hungry. I just want to eat. They're like, oh, Rocky.
They should have had the skull and bulk.
They should have gone to
um,
the
sandwich. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it could have been like the shawarma scene at the end of Avengers.
Avengers,
It's just them all eating.
them helmetless. That would have been great. That would have been really cool. Oh yes, that's true. On Netflix refers to it as an end film / movie. Pookie himself was like, it's not a movie, but it's like, well, here's the thing. The platform says, see, that's where I'm like, the executive producer is saying it's not a movie. The platform it's on says it's a movie. Who do I trust? It's
I was
just a
gonna
case,
reference
who do you
something,
trust?
but
Uh-oh.
yeah, I was gonna reference something, but maybe I shouldn't. I'm not gonna do that to a stream.
Uh-oh. Pookie would.
Let me
the,
message it in our Discord. So
the Pookie man would be upset. Is Pookie here? Simon, if you're here, you can say hi in the chat. It's fine. all good.
You can say hi.
It's fine. No, I think we roasted him too much. It's too late. I do want to say though, if Simon's here, overall, I think they did a great job with the special. I think that's pretty good.
Amazing, yeah. One thing I said earlier on was like it was a brilliant reference to everything Power Rangers. Like even in the Adam and Aisha scenes, they referenced the Trubian Empire.
Yeah.
They referenced this SPA, which is like SPD, but earlier, I assume. They reference JJ. They reference all these different things. They reference Bulk and Skull. They reference Pandora. They reference like Angel Grove. They mention like all the locations from the different shows. Like it was jam packed full of references.
Yeah. Like it was
Yeah.
like an MMPR special, but like it acknowledged that 30 years have passed. Well, obviously.
Yeah.
But like 30 years of Power Rangers have happened since then. So like it focused on them, but it's still acknowledged like they're not the only ones anymore. There's a bunch of others out there. The universe has gotten bigger since they made their debut, but it's still focused in on them. And like one thing too that like I really liked with the special like just overall is like, so Power Rangers in general the last couple of years has not been like really interesting to me. Like I didn't really like Dino Fury and that much, and
How
then with
dare
like
you?
what we've
How
seen of
dare you?
Cosmic Fury, I'm not super excited for it, even though I am gonna be watching it the day it comes out on Netflix. But I still was
Thomas,
like,
I agree.
but like this was
How
really good. Like I
you?
really liked it. It was
How
like
dare you?
unapologetically cheesy Power Rangers. Like I've seen some people who like watched it for like the nostalgia. They're like, oh yeah, it's like really cheap, and so like not the IGN review, like just other people are like, oh yeah, it's like really cheap and the dialogue's bad and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's, I don't know, that
It's cheesy.
I liked how like
but
it was
good.
cheesy Power Rangers, but it wasn't. But they also managed to like step it up, and it was like still a bit more like higher production quality, and like the storyline where it's all about Trini dying, like they say kill and killed a lot, which they don't say in the kids show.
Yeah.
So it was like it really managed to blend like both aspects very well, like especially compared to like everyone's favorite, the 2017 movie, where like I like that movie, but like it's very it sometimes it leans too far the other way, maybe, where it's just like we're gonna be dark and brooding. It's to the point where like the Power Rangers are
Yes.
only in the last 5 minutes of it, and then they're not like the suits aren't really Power Rangers-y like in that movie. And again, I like those suits, but like this kind of feels like it did it hit that balance a bit more, where like they're still in the spandex, they're still cheesy, we've still got like the goofy effects and stuff, but like still the effects are like way improved compared to like the 90s and even some of the shows, I think. And
Yeah.
the storytelling was better, so it just made me like, I'm actually pretty excited to see what could happen in Cosmic Fury now, because I'm like, oh, if they could do this like completely original, like that's the other thing too, like this is not the first, but like this was completely original story. Like there's no Sentai footage, it's all the original suits, and like they went out of their way to do this all original. Makes me more excited to see what they could do in Cosmic Fury, where that's gonna be all original as well, outside of the Q Ranger fights. And then like for the few, I mean, honestly, also like for whatever comes after Cosmic Fury, if anything comes after Cosmic Fury, it has me excited to see what they could do with that, if they can do something like this. So it made
It's
me
also
more
written by
excited.
someone who has a lot of love for the show.
That's true. They use like the same. They use some of the same writers that have been writing for a while, though, I think. Right?
But it was like written mainly by David, wasn't it? Like he came
Oh,
up with the main
right.
concept.
Yeah,
is
think
what I
so.
mean. Like,
Yeah.
I've been
they adapted
seeing
that.
interviews since like 2020 from about David Yost and Walter Jones actually talking about the idea of this comeback. They've been talking about this for years, and have been talking about it on interviews for years. So it's good to finally see it actually in action.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the version he wrote? Like Quantum Continuum or something, right?
Yeah, that sounds too much like Quantumania, guys. Let's not go back there.
I like the name they picked. Once and always. And they could even say it in the special. That's it. What was
there
the
is
comment?
A comment there, which is, to be honest, I thought the dialogue was going to be worse considering the early reviews.
Yeah.
One thing I'm going to say here is that it could have been a lot worse. Like, it could have so been a lot worse.
Yeah, guys.
In so many ways.
Haven't you seen Dino Fury? It could have been worse.
How dare you?
Just like half joke. I don't really like Dino Fury.
Stop it.
I'm not
Stop
gonna get
it.
into it.
Stop. Stop.
Marcus,
Stop it.
I don't
Help.
like Dino Fury that much. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Are you guys excited for the future of Power Rangers? Because from here on out, they're completely diverting away from Sentai original content. Like, are you excited for the future of Power Rangers after seeing what they can do here?
This has me excited now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I can see they are somewhat capable. At least maybe not in the suit department yet, because those Cosmic Fury suits are something else. But
I was gonna wait for someone else mention them. I don't like them very much.
you're welcome. I did it for you.
I'm glad that there's a female red. Finally, we've got a fucking female red as the leader. Thank God.
Actually,
I'm so
because
excited for that.
in SPD,
Shut up.
the A squad
Shut up.
was a red.
And in
That's
the
very true.
comics,
And in the-
there's actually a Red
and in the
Ranger.
comics, there's actually a red
are-
Omega right now, and there's Grace. Actually,
I
before in
meant-
1969, there was a Red Ranger, and it was a woman, and she got her team
Samurai, yeah.
killed. And
Oh, there's also a
69.
samurai red.
yeah, we don't.
Okay,
go about
can I just say, like, as a main Red Ranger, not as a leader that comes back later, not as a leader that is part of another team that's evil. I mean a full-on Red Ranger, starting from not at the beginning, I guess, but the start of the season as being like a female Red Ranger is really, really cool for me as a woman. Let
Yeah.
me be happy about it.
Yeah, you can say that.
Thank you. But yeah, but the suits were like, ooh.
Hopefully they can film them in a way that it doesn't look as yeah,
Yeah.
something else.
I think the suit that I'm specifically like, ooh, that does not look good. Is the champagne one?
Champagne puppy. What's his
Is
name?
that what they
Zato.
called? What is it? Zato,
Yes,
yeah, like the
he said-
champagne color.
He was like, I prefer to call myself Champagne. It's like, okay.
champagne.
All right, I'm not gonna argue with that. It's just like, all right,
No,
sure.
true.
Champagne
What
Ranger.
about
For-
Lauren?
For Champagne
Lauren,
Ranger.
oh my gosh.
Woo, I love Champagne.
Ay.
Yeah, like Alpha. He
Alpha?
says that's his that's his line. Ay 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 ay.
Ay.
And he said it in the special. I forgot that was like Alpha's whole thing. And then he said it in the special, like one part. I was like, yes,
Yeah.
I forgot that was the thing you say, but I'm glad you said it. I'm glad they set
I
time
did
aside.
find
They're like, we do need to
myself-
have him say that. What were you gonna say?
Yeah. And I was gonna say, like, I had so many moments where I was listening to them voice act, like the monsters voice acting, and I'm like, oh, I kept on repeating the noises when I was watching it. So it was just like, Snizzard was going, or like, I can't remember what they did, but I just kept on copying it. I kept on doing like references of all the
Keza,
characters.
are you Snizzard?
No, I can't remember. How does he sound again? He's like,
I have no.
I
clue.
can't remember. But I kept on doing I kept on like referencing all the characters and trying to do their voices. I don't know why.
No.
When
No,
is
no, 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 no.
when is Robo Rita gonna be in King Gojo?
Ah!
When is Rita? No, the other Rita. They're gonna become a robot, and then we'll have a different Robo Rita. There's just two
Robo Keza.
Oh.
Robo Keza. Actually, it would be funny if they dropped English-speaking robot Rita into King Gojo. Just no context. Just
No
she's-
context, just
She's
there.
just there to like, huh? Okay. I
Oh my god,
guess.
it's almost superhero time.
No.
No, it's not. Sorry, never mind. It's like 2 hours away. Never mind. It used to be an hour away.
Someone
And
asked
then time zones.
if we were to adapt one more Sentai, which would it be?
Ooh.
G Ranger.
Okay. Keza, what about
Let
you?
me have a look at the ones. Let me have a look at the ones that they haven't done yet.
Let's see.
Sentai.
Battle Fever J, Jacka,
There's so
Go
many.
Ranger, Die Ranger they have. Let's see.
King Ojo.
Jetman. I'd like to see a Jetman adaptation. No, I'm kidding. I mean, King Ojo actually unironically would be kind of fun. Definitely not Zenkaiger. Definitely not Dawn Brothers. Actually,
Why not Dumb Brothers?
actually,
The
I kind of,
CGI.
I want to see. No, actually, I kind of want to see what they would do if the Hasbro came out and was like, we're adapting Dawn Brothers. I'd be so excited because I want to see what in God's name that turns into. Like, how do you do that? I would be down for that.
I mean, yeah.
Kira
They
Major.
better get the fucking.
Actually, I'd probably say Cure Major.
Ooh.
I think Cure Major would be pretty easy.
I have a really controversial answer.
Let's hear it.
I would love to see them do Gokaiger, but properly.
Keza.
What? Okay, I have an answer. I knew that was gonna have a lot of backlash, so I have another answer.
Keza.
Shut up.
Keza.
Shut up. Shut up.
What's your other answer?
Keza.
Meow.
Shut up. I would love to see, I guess, Lupin Ranger and Pat Ranger, just because I love that dynamic of the two teams going against each other.
Okay, but you have to pick only one. It has to be either Lupin Ranger or Battle Ranger. I'm kidding. That seems like a very Hasbro thing to do, though. Like, we're gonna adapt Lupin Ranger and Battle Ranger? No, we are only bringing over the Lupin Ranger suits, actually.
The thing is, like, I think someone said that they wouldn't do it because they wouldn't do Lupin and Pat because it's like it's glorifying thieves and glorifying the police, and I'm just like,
that's what Simon said.
I hear you. Is that what they said?
Pookie himself was like, in the current political climate, we probably shouldn't touch that.
Pookie. I mean, yeah, but like Pookie. But I think I would say Lupin versus Pat Ranger.
I mean, yeah, I'm honestly, I'm at the point where I don't really care what they adapt. Like, if they're like for years I was like hoping for a Key Ranger adaptation, but then once we got to the point they're like, oh yeah, we're doing it. Granted, it's only the mechas, but they're like, yeah, we're doing it. I was like, okay, yeah.
I'm annoyed that it's not just
I don't really
the
care
full-on Key Ranger. Wow. I'm just imagine. Like, they could have easily done Key Ranger, by the way. Like, they go off, they have these new powers, and then they find other aliens out there in the wild. In the wild? I keep mentioning the wild. But, like, they go to all these different planets, and they could have these crazy creatures and crazy alien characters who become the other Key Rangers in this long line of Rangers. That would have been so cool, and the whole world, the whole universe comes together to fight a certain villain. Like, that would have been cool.
It's also interesting, too, because, like, they say like they made the new suits so they could just do 100% original ground footage, but like you could have just used the Key Ranger suits and still shot 100% original footage. Like they have to make new versions of the suits anyways for the American stunties to wear them, or at least like the American for our actors to wear them. So like they were already making like a new they would have already had to make a new Shishi Red suit at that point, make that one have a skirt, and now we have the female Red, and then you could put Zato in the you could put him in any of the other suits. Like, you don't, I was thinking like Orion, but you don't have to put him in Orion. You could have put him in, it could have been cool to put him in like the Ho-Oh suit, so we have like he's still red, but Amelia's like the normal red, I guess. Or you could have put him in like the Ryu Commander suit. Now he's like purple, and then the others obviously just transfer over to colors and etc. I don't know. That's just like people have been talking about that for a while, but it's just kind of interesting. It's like you would have probably made new suits originally, like anyways, so our actors could wear them. So why not just use
Why
those?
do I want to make a video on that now? Because I'm like full on like just like placing them in place and being like, oh, and then you could go here and you could go. I'm gonna do that as a video. I'm sorry, I'm taking this as a video.
That's fine.
Sorry,
do it.
guys.
You're welcome. Someone asked if you're Keza. Someone wants to know if you're a wild force enjoyer because you keep mentioning the wild.
Good question. Actually, I did enjoy the Wild Force show. I did enjoy it. It was like one of those shows that I watched on the TV. Like, I can't remember if I watched it when it came out or if I watched it and they just were doing like replays of it. But I remember watching Power Rangers on the TV through all my childhood, like on Jetix. I don't know if you guys had Jetix in America.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, is that a British thing? Is that a European thing? No. Okay, cool. I have to check every single time now. I'm like, if they say, what is that? One more time.
Hey Marcus,
cry.
next time we do have to be confused
Oh no.
about something, even if we have it here.
I hate it here. I'm being bullied. Anyway, but yes, I remember watching Wild Force when I was younger. I actually really enjoyed it.
Let's
I
go.
really liked the Wolf Ranger. I can't remember what his name was.
So
You said
Merrick?
it earlier on. Yeah, I really liked the Merrick story. I thought it was really,
So
really cool.
I bet you liked American captured in Once and Always.
I saw him and I was just like,
little
oh,
little lightning
I
collection
love
figure.
that. It's a bit awkward now though because isn't the Red Ranger's actor like a murderer now or something?
Yeah. Anyways, no.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
He was also in
My
he was in Samurai.
question for each of you.
I loved him in Samurai, which is the really sad thing. I loved his character in Samurai.
It's funny in both versions of that show that character is played by a returning actor.
Yeah. Kicks! Yes, I loved Kicks too! Oh my god, sorry. I'm remembering watching it on Kicks as well. Guys.
Did we have Kicks here? I don't think I ever watched Kicks. I think we did have it in USA though.
Yeah, we had that. We had that.
Kicks channel.
I wouldn't mind if they use original suits, but if I mind that the suits they did use is more basic than a dollar store ripper.
That's true.
We are, yeah. Anyway, Alien Ranger reunion.
Yeah, actually, maybe we can end this with the question of what
That's so cool.
future specials would you like to see them do?
Future specials.
Like something
Ooh.
like this, like 30 years MMPR. What other ones? Like, I guess what Sentai does, or Sentai's like 20 years. Let's do it.
I mean, they've done like the 10. It was like best Reds, the top 10 Reds. That was a cool episode. Maybe
Yeah.
like another one of those. I don't know, like a special.
Yeah, that would be cool. Forever Red 2.0 with all the others.
Yes. Also,
Oh,
Doggy
but
Kruger. I want to
They-
see what happens to Doggy Kruger.
they can't really do it anymore, though. I guess.
Yeah, but like.
No. I mean
that'd
the
be cool.
the Forever Red one.
Oh
Because
yeah.
there's only one Zeo Ranger, and or Zeo Red,
Yeah.
and also Wild Force Red, and going back.
Yeah,
to
there's
the
a lot
other
of
thing.
reds that are quite.
Oh, actually, yeah,
cool.
Ninja
Also,
Storm.
Ninja Storm.
Red.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. I was about to reference that.
It's unfortunate. Dang. All blue special. Now we're talking.
Ooh.
Oh, but then you have
that'd be
to bring back
interesting.
Justin. And that's possible, but
No.
I don't want to do
Yeah.
that.
But another thing that would be cool is like Doggy Kruger, like what happens after SPD, like what do you do? And there
true.
was one more I was gonna say. Oh, Mystic Force. I would love to find out what happened after Mystic Force.
They could do a
Like-
Mystic Force special, and then they could bring in a suit from Japan for certain aspects. I will not divulge what suit they bring over, but
Because it'd be so cool, because that was one show I remember vividly.
me too.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think it has the same love that people give the other shows. I don't know. It felt so different to what it used to, like what Power Ranger shows used to be in that time.
Yeah, because they had the rap
It just-
intro, which goes hard.
Yeah,
by
and
the
it
way.
also was a lot darker. It was a lot more vignettes, and it was just really, really cool. I would think that's my main one I would love to see. What happened with Donkey Kruger and the Mystic Force?
Yeah, I mean, also I would just pick the seasons I like. Like, give me more of that. So I like Dino Thunder. So let's do that. Actually, Dino Thunder. Well, Dino Thunder could be interesting because they could do what this did for Trini. We could get some kind of tribute
Yeah.
to Tommy, I guess, because he was integral in
Yeah.
that show. I would say he's like more important to that show than he was MMPR. I feel, right? I don't know.
I mean,
You know
if
that-
they have referenced Dino Thunder before in SPD, but that was like the next show.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I like to see an SPD special because I like that show too. And then I like a
SPD.
Mystic Force special because I like that show too. So,
Hee
I
hee.
the shows I like, give me more of that. That's basically where I'm at. Some
Yeah.
someone said do like a Kamen Rider Outsiders with a group of Rangers from different seasons. Give them all
That'd
give
be
them all
cool.
power ups. Give them battleizers. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool.
Please.
Marcos, what season would you like to see get a anniversary special?
Mighty Morphin season 2.
I'm so upset.
Yeah.
There
and
is. I was gonna say it'd be nice to see Min and JJ in like a younger kind of like they have their own show or something.
like Young Avengers.
Young.
Yeah, I
then-
guess that's what I'm
yeah.
thinking of. It's like a young Avengers
Young
kind
Power
of thing.
Rangers.
Yeah.
That would
And
be interesting.
then once the second movie gets big, we'll have a season 3 tribute, and then a Zeo tribute, and then a Turbo tribute, and then
my goodness. It would be interesting though if they did that because we could see if they actually tie into Soul of the Dragon or not. Because according to that, JJ canonically becomes SPD Green with the dragon
Yes, he
shield.
does.
So,
Whoa.
I mean, there's
did you not know
such
that, Marcus?
manga.
of course I'm a big fan of the
Spoiler! comics.
You know me. I love
I
the
know
comics.
you. Yeah, I
Enormous fan.
know you.
To be honest, I only found out recently, so.
Oh wow, I can't believe you guys. I can't believe it. Did you know that in that special Tommy or the comic, Tommy uses the Master Morpher and he becomes a lot of Power Rangers?
Speaking of which,
No.
what's your guys' favorite Henshins and Dragons character?
Yoko.
No, that's unfair. I can't say Yoko.
I'm
Yoko?
kidding. I'm
For
kidding.
you?
It's too late. It's too late. We have to say it now. What did you say, Keza?
I was gonna say, were you saying Yoko for you, like ironically or actually specifically?
No,
that you did
Yoko's.
actually
I
it?
like Yoko's funny.
Hey, I'm glad. To be
You-
honest, I've been worried that I haven't been doing Yoko as well as I do.
You've been
But it's
cranking up the
because...
Yoko all the way.
Say again?
You haven't cranked up the Yoko meter all the way.
I mean, there's stuff I want to explore with them, but I don't want to push them too far because. What do you mean? Oh my god!
Calm down. Calm
meant-
down.
Hey, wait! I did not mean it that way.
You said it, and I was like, "Oh, this next
I
sentence is gonna be wrong now."
Stop!
I mean-
to everything. Stop
you
it.
said it like that.
I said it badly. I'm sorry.
Gosh,
I meant.
I just.
Why are you like this?
I'm red now. Stop! I'm gonna cry.
Why are you red?
I turned from brown to red. Ugh,
Oh my
gosh. Okay.
Pardon? Excuse me.
I'm gonna be just like Keza's hair while she's towering over Rocky in this photo.
God. Yeah. You are.
Fake news.
No.
Fake news.
Anyway, my favorite character is Victory because he doesn't say much.
Yay.
I was gonna say Victory is just this in this season is so chill. It's like, oh, okay.
In
think
this
it's
season,
great.
I'm especially cranking that up now. Like I'm not gonna lie, before it's sometimes just been me, like just not doing that on purpose. But this season, now that everyone's like talking about it, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go out of my way to do that. I'm going out
Just
of
wait till
Does that
tomorrow.
even know
Oh
what
no!
that is?
Yeah,
Do they
someone's-
even know what Henshins and Dragons is?
Someone said
I
they
love
love
cricket.
Yeah, unless they're just
Cricket!
randomly telling us they love crickets. The bug.
But honestly, Cricket's like Will's character, Cricket, has blown it out the water this season. Like already in 2 episodes, I think that character has grown so much, and like the bromance between Leo and Cricket, please.
I like
Anyway,
the funny things he says. Where he's like,
yeah, like I think Cricket as a character is really, really funny.
he's very in over his head as a character. It makes
Yeah.
everything
Anyway,
funnier. No,
Henshins and
Marcus.
Dragons once and always special in 30 years.
Ooh,
Oh my god!
I'm excited for that. Oh god.
Do you still
30
think we're gonna be talking in 30 years? Damn.
Probably not.
I'm taking...
Probably not. Damn.
I mean, guys, we're literally sharing a flat in like a couple months.
Will we be
yeah.
around the age of these actors in 30 years?
Say again?
Billy, what's his name? What is
I don't know.
what's Billy's name?
David
real name?
Yost.
David Yost. Thank you, David Yost. Age. Oh wow. I'm
what
not
is he?
going to. He's 54. Oh, here we
When
go.
the
54?
victory is sus.
We got
He
the rest of the
looking
cast here.
great.
He's 54. Walter Sack is 52.
Damn.
He
He does not
what's
look
his
like
name?
he's aged. at
Rocky's
all.
48. Cat is 48. What the hell? Adam is 47. I don't believe that one. That was that one's he seems way younger.
Yay.
Even in the
Oh my
special, I'm like, oh wow, he looks pretty good. What do you mean he's 47?
What do you mean? Oh,
Ah.
I'm so scared to grow up because I'm like, oh.
Wait, how
I
old
hope-
is Rita's
I hope-
actress? Rita actress.
I mean,
Rangers.
Rita's original actress was very old already, wasn't she? No,
She's
maybe
73.
she wasn't. 73.
She's 73, and like
Wow.
she sounded exactly the same in this.
73.
If anything, I feel like she sounded even better. Like this was like her best performance as Rita, I think.
Did they get the same actress in to voice Rita?
Yeah.
Yeah, Barbara Goodson.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. She sounded like almost the same.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, like she stepped it. Like all the others did a great
Wow.
job, but she like just did a thing. Like she just was like, oh yeah, I'm doing this again. All right. Ah, after 5,000 years, I'm free.
It's actually 10,000. Fake fans. Fake fans.
I'm my bad.
It's 10,000 years, not 5,000 years.
10,000
Ah, after 30
Sorry.
years, I'm free. It's time to
free.
kill Trini.
Oh my gosh.
That's what she said.
I mean, the monsters, like, something I was so shocked at was when I watched this movie is when Minotaur, sorry, says, "Ah, rows of dead humans, beautiful," and I'm
My
like,
guy.
"Oh my god!"
I think
Crazy.
it's funny that they're like, we're gonna make a 30-year reunion MMPR special. We need to obviously you bring back Rita. We need to give her 2 henchmen. Let's give her Snizzard and Minotaur. I don't know.
Blizzard.
I did not know either of those villains before this special, or in Snizzard's case when he
neither
was
did
a Lightning
I.
Collection figure.
I almost thought they would actually bring back Bryan Cranston.
I did too.
To,
I'm like, if you're gonna bring back Snizzard, do you
Wow.
bring back Frank? Like, is it purely to be like, hey guys, we got Bryan Cranston, but no, I don't.
Yeah,
That's like
They
a weird
do look
thing
expensive.
where it's like,
They
why?
do look great as the lightning figures, though. Like
Oh, yeah.
Minotaur
Yes.
and Rita, they look incredible.
And Snizzard,
Yes.
not Snizzard.
There's no Snizzard, no.
There is a
But I
Snizzard.
think it's because they already have Snizzard in the Lightning Collection, but they didn't announce.
Oh yeah. Are you
that
saying
one.
just the new figures? Okay.
Yeah, the new figures, yeah.
Oh yeah, you can get
Wolf's
the 3 of
White.
them non-robo, and then you can get them roboed. In
Roboed?
they'll make the robo versions eventually,
roboed?
surely.
Um,
Oh my
Roboed.
God. I don't know. That's like, do you think maybe they should have gotten like Robo Goldar and Robo Finster?
oh, Goldar!
Like Minotaur's just there as a grunt, so like they could have brought back a Robo Goldar for that, and then give Finster some weird shrinking abilities, and like he's turning them into putties or something. I don't know. It's like
yeah.
it's a very small thing, but it's like if all the of all the monsters to bring back, you're like Snizzard and Minotaur. Oh yeah, we are cooking here, guys. We're gonna like the suits are really good. So it's like Snizzard and Minotaur is where they're like, oh yeah, we are gonna make these suits real good. Everyone loves Minotaur.
You know what I need to do?
Oh,
I need
no.
to do another Smash or Pass video, but for all
Oh
of
my
the
gosh.
minions of every Power Ranger.
Cause
And
Cause-
Minotaur will be right there at the top, and I have to be like Smash for Minotaur and
Now-
Smash for Snizzard.
Now, Keza, in your
Jesus.
in your Smash or Pass video, you're like, guys, I'm not like that. I'm not gonna smash every monster I see. However, No one's talking about that. They're like, oh, that gives me a great idea for Smash or Pass Power Rangers monsters.
No, it's because when I did the original Smash or Pass video, I was like, haha, this is really funny. But there are so many monsters, so I'm just gonna do like the main bad guys. Now that Minotaur and apparently Snizzard are so important, I guess I have to do them as well.
Do the
Snizzard.
main
Not
bad
do them, I
guys.
meant like add them in the Smash or Pass.
Do the main bad
Do
guys.
the main bad guys.
Do the main bad
All right,
guys.
all right, Keza. Smash or Pass Robo Rita.
Ooh. See, okay. Do you
Are you
want?
thinking about it?
I know.
I always think about
the
it.
long
I have...
silence. Of,
No, don't. Do not ridicule me in this chat. Do not. This is bullying. The thing is that there's some like logistic things I have to think about. But I guess I just have to say.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because it's a robot.
What's happening here?
You're asking me the question.
I didn't think you were gonna talk about the logistics of it. Now I was gonna ask the other two, but now I'm not. Now I'm scared.
What do you mean?
No, it's not. We're not. It's too late.
Lizard would have a weird.
No!
Talk.
Stop! Stop!
Like...
Stop! Stop!
No, keep going. Let her cook. Let her cook.
No! No!
Thomas is so traumatized right
No! I'm scared.
No.
I didn't know.
What is
Keza
Keza cooking?
What is Keza cooking?
now. Dude, you literally asked me the question.
Yeah, but I didn't think.
You didn't expect me to answer? That's on you,
Yeah.
man. That's on you at this
I guess
point.
that's true.
Chat has
Yeah.
completely gone quiet. I think I scared them.
You scared-
Anyway, let's
you
talk
scared
about
chat.
Power Rangers once and always again, huh?
Power Rangers? I think we've just about said everything that we want. Or I have. What else did you want to say about the special, if anything? You guys like how to use the
that
legacy
last-
morphers? Instead of the
I have
Hasbro
something
one?
we.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have something we can talk about. That
Go for it.
that last song, where Kimberly is singing on the
Oh, yeah.
guitar, and it pans to Tommy, and then pans to Trini. And I just flipping lost it. I just cried. I was like, I am inconsolable right now. Like, please don't. I need to just
Yay.
like think, and I was just
No,
crying. For,
Not
like,
yay.
a good couple
Yay.
minutes.
Not yay.
It was beautiful. Like, it was such a beautiful way to send them off. Like,
Yeah, it really was. Like the fact they just grabbed a clip from the original season, like with no like added effects or like anything. It was just the cast sitting there and like listening to Amy Jo singing, and then Walter as well.
was-
Like that was really cool.
Yeah.
Like I really liked the way they did that.
it was just a perfect way to finally send them off, because I think there's been so much like taboo talking about Trini, and kind of like a taboo talking about JDF. Like, people have done like homages to JDF, but then the fans would be like, oh, how dare you talk about them in such a way, like just to get money, or how dare you talk about them in other ways. And there was a whole like controversy with the Golden Rangers. Do you remember the
Oh.
Triforce people?
Yeah.
Like that whole thing there where they were like, they're just using this as clout. So there hasn't been a good way for people to really talk about it, is how I felt. Maybe I've been completely misinterpreting that
Well,
whole
actually,
thing.
Tessa.
Oh my god, don't actually me, sir. Don't actually me. How dare you?
My bad.
Anyway, but I felt like at the end of that movie, see, like, even through just watching the movie, and when I saw Tommy in the green suit first fighting at the beginning, I did have a moment where I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize how much seeing Tommy suited up would affect me. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize just like seeing him fight would be like, oh, okay, that pulled on some heartstrings that I haven't felt since the whole thing came out, that he passed
Mhm.
away. So seeing that final shot of being like in remembrance of these two actors, I was so like I was happy that they done it so well. Like nothing was done badly in offense to them, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Marcos?
I
Yeah.
felt like
It was good.
It was good. No.
classic Marcos
It
answer.
was good. Oh, actually, that did remind me too. The one last thing. It is the thing they did right after that, where they just played the original opening, or no, the Redux opening, and they redid everything, like to use all the new footage from this,
Yeah.
and like the thing where like they had their original like shots from the show, and then they flash announced them in the movie. I'm that whole thing, like I was so happy that like it was the last thing in the movie, but I'm like I love stuff like that where they're like we're gonna redo the original
Did
opening
they
with
go
all the new stuff.
Yeah, did
Did
they
they
go
what?
from Trinity to Min for her?
No, they just had Min.
They just had Min. Okay, I couldn't remember
Yeah.
if they went from Trinity to Min, like they'd done like past to present kind of things.
Nah.
Okay.
For everyone it was a new or it was their old clip and then their new clip, and then for Min it was just Min. What's so funny?
Why are you laughing?
You've
Why are you
been
laughing
for
at?
like a minute.
I'm looking at this tweet thread of all the does he know variant types of photos.
Oh.
Images.
Why are you looking at
Does he know?
Does he? No, I don't actually. He
I'm
knows.
so confused.
What was he cooking? What was he cooking?
Ever since Keza was cooking, I had to like look it up, and then I found the thread. And does he know?
Does he know?
I feel like I'm missing out on something.
Keza, do you not know?
So I'm just gonna be quiet.
Yeah, does he know?
Does she?
About what?
Does she know?
Do they know?
I
Do
hate
they
this.
know?
Is this the end of the stream?
Keza, can you make a reaction face of you like the Riddler, and then I'll put do they know?
Does she know? No, use the picture for being taller than Rocky. I think it fits.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, Keza, you're unintentionally doing the face.
I got these. You can use these, I guess.
He planned this? What?
She played this. Oh.
Are you pogging? It looks like you're pogging.
When what? I guess I could use these as reactions. I haven't even thought about that.
As a pog.
Guess a bug.
Okay, well, that. Anyways, last thoughts on the special. Keza, go.
Yes.
Yes, that's it.
But what?
What are your last thoughts on the special? Anything?
Oh, last thoughts. Sorry, I missed that. I was still
Oh.
concentrating on the does he know thing.
You're like, yes.
I thought I think that there's a lot of people who have like their own opinions on the show, but personally, as someone who's been watching Power Rangers since so long ago, it's so nice to see it all like wrapped up in a pretty succinct bow. And the references, it was just full of references, which made it very exciting for me because I was just like constantly being like, oh, there's this, there's that. And that's where I got the joy from it. So, anyway, thank you. Yeah, it was a good
Marcus.
movie. Good movie.
Good movie. It's not a movie. According to
Oh, sorry,
Simon.
good
I'm kidding.
special.
Marcos, Frogcoast. What did you think?
Moo.
Moo.
But positive.
Moo, but
Moo,
positive.
but positive.
I'll say moo, but positive as well. I'm just kidding. I like.
Hooray!
I go watch it if you haven't. I actually no. If you, I mean yes, but you probably are spoiled on everything now. But yeah, I liked it. It was cool. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did, and I liked it, and now I'm excited to see what Power Rangers. It made me excited for Power Rangers again. I never thought a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers special, because I'm not a huge fan of Mighty Morphin, so I never thought the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reunion special would get me like hyped up for Power Rangers again.
I mean, same.
But here we are. It got me. I liked it, and I'm excited for Power Rangers. So yeah. So Keza, where can people find you on the internet.com?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm nobody. No,
Okay.
I'm
Well,
Keza
What?
Henson on YouTube. You can find me at Kezachi on pretty much every other platform like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I talk about Toku and try my best. Hee
hee
Nice to meet ya.
Marcos, who are you? I'm sure most people here don't know you at all. Totally.
You can
who
find
is
me.
Oh, here we go.
You can find me at Kaza Henshin on Twitter, and also I'm part
So
of
rough.
Henshin and Dragons. I voice Yoko, Yokozo Hiyoko.
That's not true.
Yeah,
Go,
I just did the voice.
go watch the new episode of Henshins and Dragons that dropped today.
Yeah, go go go.
Go Power Rangers! Oh my
Go
goodness.
go. Henshins and Dragons.
Woo.
Do
Meow
do.
meow 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 meow.
Go go Henshins and Dragons. Do
Okay.
do
Meow
do
meow
do
meow
do.
meow meow.
Bye
Go
everyone.
Keza. Henshins.
Kaza Henshin.
Brum.